Hello, Ben. Yes, Cornwall gorgeous today.
You know what? Unfortunately, it's a tiny bit cloudy. It's not too bad. It's quite warm. It has been glorious recently, though.
Bless Orange.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I can't really complain because the beach is just down the road, so it's okay. Well, Simon, I must say I'm very excited to talk to you about your beautiful new film, The Art of Racing in the Rain. So I really want to thank you for coming on the show on Coast FM with us to talk a bit about it today. And my first question for you, Simon, if you're good to go your end, I really just wanted to come back to the story, really, this particular story. What was it about it that kind of drove you to focus on this project?
I'd always loved this script, and it's based on a best-selling book that sold 6 million copies in the US alone. It's a fantastic story about living our lives, and it's about family, it's about our relationship with our pets, it's about the world of motor racing, and it just seemed to have so many aspects to it. And so far, no one has, no male or female has seen it without shedding at least one tear. So I'm proud of that too.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic, Simon. And one of the key things, of course, that viewers will be really excited about is the different kind of points of view that we're going to get treated to in this movie, of course, looking through the kind of eyes of a dog. Now, this, of course, is going to be really interesting for viewers to think about before they go and see the film, but I understand it's got quite a nice name as well, the Enzo Cam. I wonder if you could tell us a bit about the Enzo Cam.
Well, that was just something, a name we had on the set. For,
yes.
Because what I liked about making this film is that it features in the life of a family, birth, marriages and deaths that we've seen in many, many films over the years. But in this film, we see them from the dog's point of view. So placing the camera low and looking up to the human world was a big part of it.
Fantastic. And I think one of the really nice things that people are probably going to take away from this film, Simon, of course, are the various kind of philosophical points. And of course, this is a major aspect of the story itself. I know you're kind of thinking as well that this is actually perfect for this day and age, isn't it?
Well, I don't know perfect, but it's definitely, I think, life-enhancing. And Milo, Ventimiglia, and the dog, Enzo, try and take the lessons from the racetrack and apply them to living their daily lives. And there is this philosophical aspect to it, where the dog yearns to be human and is always looking about the way humans behave in a way of learning that.
And absolutely fantastic that you got Kevin Costner, of course, to be the voice of Enzo. I'm sure that was an exciting moment when that casting was decided upon.
You're right. Yeah, it really was. And to have, it's a dog looking back on his life, to have this, iconic American voice is a big part of that.
Fantastic. And just on the topic of casting, Simon, if you're okay to talk about that for a little bit, I understand you were absolutely delighted, really, with how it turned out, with how your fantastic stars turned out. Milo, of course, playing Denny, and Amanda, of course, playing Eve. You were delighted with how both of those came to light, basically, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Milo Ventimiglia, as fans of the Gilmore Girls and This Is Us know, is a brilliant actor, and B, sort of empathetic, and he seemed perfect for this part. And I've always loved Amanda Seyfried. She's so good in everything she does, Mamma Mia, Les Mis. And the biggest task she had on this film was pretending or acting that she's not a dog lover.
Yeah.
In real life, she's passionate about animals. And she had to pretend she was wary of the dog. But because she's so accomplished, she pulled that off.
Fantastic. Now, I understand as well, on the topic of dogs, of course, I believe screenwriter Mark actually got a puppy, I believe, while she was working on the first draft, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Now, this does beg the question then, Simon, if you weren't already a big fan of dogs and didn't already have a dog in your life, has this tempted you at all?
Working
with Parker and Butler on set, of course, has this kind of tempted you to get a dog in your life now?
Well, we do have a dog in
Oh, you do?
Yeah, my wife is passionate about her Chihuahua.
Oh, fantastic.
It was a close call because those puppies in The Art of Racing are so adorable.
Yes.
It's very hard for me not to leave as one of them at the end of the shoot.
Oh, I can imagine that. Yeah, that's fantastic. And just a last couple of questions. I'm aware of your time, so I won't keep you for too long today. But one of the things that kind of shines through, of course, is obviously the racing aspect of the film, and the racing scenes themselves are all extremely realistic, and you can really tell there's a lot of passion gone into these. I wonder if you could kind of talk a little bit about the process of putting together those scenes.
Well, I was greatly assisted by the fact that Patrick Dempsey is one of my producers, who
Yes.
you know is an ace racing driver in his own right. And also Neil Moritz is the producer of The Fast and the Furious as well as this film. So I had fantastic guidance from the two of them and others. But it was tricky because Milo's character gravitates up the hierarchy of the racing world. So every scene he's a driver in with a whole different set of cars and a different racetrack. So it was very demanding, but I'm thrilled that people who know their racing cars better than I are very impressed by what we deliver in this film. And if you like Ferrari or state-of-the-art supercars, this is the film for you.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Simon. Very final question for you, and I'll let you go. And thank you for chatting to us on Coast FM today. But really, I wanted to finish just by asking, I don't know, if you could kind of give kind of one piece of advice, or in an ideal world, how would you like our listeners to go into the film to watch it? I mean, is there any kind of, I know it sounds a bit silly, but perhaps mental preparation to make before they go in? How do you want them to kind of ideally experience it?
It's a very enjoyable film. I've loved hearing the laughter of preview audiences. But
fantastic.
to go in the way they used to go into the film before CGI and superheroes took over.
Yes.
And just be prepared to go on this journey with this family, the ups and downs, be moved by that. It is emotional, but it has an unexpectedly positive ending. And just to go in and give themselves to what I hope will be a very rewarding evening in the cinema.
Well, Simon, thank you very much indeed. I really do appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Goodbye now.